We're going to look at another property of exponents, and that is zero exponents and negative exponents. There we go. So a to the 0 equals 1. So any non-zero number with an exponent of 0 is equivalent to 1. So let's explore. So we've got 8 squared over 8 squared. So we talked in the past about when we write this out, 8 squared means 8 times 8, and then 8 times 8. Let's simplify that. We end up with 64 over 64. Well, 64 divided by 64 is 1. Looking at our second example, that entire parenthesis is being raised to that 0 power. Anything raised to the 0 power is 1. So that's your final answer there. The next one's a little tricky because, again, you got to think a little bit different here and ask yourself, where is that 0 exponent? Is it on the 8 or is it on the x? And in this problem, it's on the x. So it's similar to the example that we had up at the top. So again, when you have a number next to a variable, that's multiplication. So x to the 0 equals 1, but that's not going to become 81. That's going to become 8 times 1. So it'll be 8 times 1 plus 5, 8 plus 5, which is 13. The other one is negative exponents. We do not like negative exponents. So we can turn the negative exponent to positive by moving its position. So for example, any non-zero number, in this case a, raised to a negative exponent, place the power in the denominator to rewrite the power with a positive exponent. So when we learned about the quotient of power rule, we know that when it's division, you actually subtract your exponents. So this would become b to the 2 minus 5, which is b to the negative third. Again, we don't like the negative exponent, so what we do is we're going to rewrite that, and we're going to put it in the denominator. The only thing is we need a placeholder in the numerator, so we're going to put a 1 there. Let's write this out. So how we originally had written it was b times b, and then b times b times b times b times b. We cross out the b's we have in common, and you're left with 3 b's in the denominator. Again, you need that placeholder. So it'd be 1 over b to the third. So on the bottom, we've got 2 to the negative third. Again, we don't like that negative third exponent. So to rewrite that, we're going to put the 2 to the negative third in the denominator. So that means we need to put it over a 1. So now it has become 2 to the third. Which if we simplified that further, we would get 1 over 8. Now, if you look, I know we're on page 9 in our packet here, but if you look on the front page under the page 1 has the rules and practice. So it does have some examples, some written out examples. It's a great resource page. But look down at number 6. And look where it says caution. Negative x does not equal 1 over x. Negative 3 does not equal 1 over 3. This rule is only true for our exponents. Okay, so in the third example here, when we rewrite this, because it's negative 3 to the negative third power, well, we want to put the negative 3 to the negative third in the denominator because that will make the exponent positive. We still have a negative 3 inside those parentheses. So if we simplify this further, we get 1 over negative 27. So you're going to do pages 10 and 11 in the packet. I would like you to simplify each expression. So for example, if we look at number 2, we have 4 to the negative 2. I want to see every step written. So the next thing I want to see is I want to see you rewrite it as 1 over 4 to the second power. And then we'll simplify that further to be 1 over 16. So I want to see this whole step on every problem that you have. I also want to take a look at number 24. So we have 8a to the negative third b squared and c to the negative 2. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to circle my negative exponents. So I've got a to the negative third and c to the negative second. Right now they're in the numerator, so we want those to be positive, so we're going to move them to the denominator. Now the 8 and the b squared, they're going to stay where they are. So it's going to become 8 times b squared over a to the third c to the second. Let's take a look at number 21 real quick. So you've got 3a to the negative 4. And there's some problems like this. So we'll look at number 6 as well. When you're moving those exponents, so notice how a to the negative 4, that's in the denominator. So that's going to go to the numerator. You're not doing a flip-flop here. You're just moving that a to the negative 4th. That 3 is going to stay, but we're going to bring that a to the negative 4th to the numerator, which now makes it positive. So it'll be 3a to the 4th. So for example, if we look at number 6 as well, we have 4 over 4 to the negative 3. We don't like that negative 3 down there. So we're going to take this and we're going to bring it up there. That 4 in the numerator stays. So now it's going to be rewritten as 4 times 4 to the positive third. And then you will simplify from there. Please do not hesitate to ask us for help. Go ahead and finish pages 10 and 11.